MB Enclosures has his own YouTube channel, and this guy is an animal when it comes to designing boxes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't even believe that there was 2 8s in there.
This guy right here is doing something special.
I welcome y'all to MBE. What you about to see, box building in a different league. In this SQL scene, believe that money ain't a thing when it comes to his kings. Now that's fact, not fiction. Call 44694 48 then 18. Don't matter, you got 4 8s or 1 8 or anything between. He got what you need.
This is my crew. This is my gang. These are my kings.
Now, what you were saying there?
Because he went up. It's loud.
Yeah.
And I went right here. They ain't broke in.
You can tell that, Casey.
Yeah.
It's still relatively
Stiff.
You see his arm flex? That's the iron claw spider. See, that's why I like digital design. It's gonna get louder than that. See, what I'm showing y'all what it's doing now. As it get looser and looser, it gonna get louder. I think not 3 dB louder. Now I ain't gonna say that, but I know it got at least another dB in there. And it's better to maintain on music. Now I could be, if I was to tune the box higher and do burst scores, I might do 144, 145, 106.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be as low.
Right? No, it'll be that.
It'll
because
be
the
low?
box tuned to 33.
Okay.
Even without the BSI.
Okay.
But what's gonna happen is, and that's why I was telling people about the BSI. Now I think the epicenter was a struggle, but with the BSI, bro, I can turn that same song on. If I hit the BSI, it ain't gonna do no different than what it's doing right now. Nothing at all. Because with the BSI or even the Wavetech device, because it's better. Once it's seeing that this is what you want, the frequency you want to play anyway, it ain't gonna do nothing to it. It's gonna leave it alone. But if it's a high note and you trying to play what is it at 33,
yeah.
So if anything that hit at 60, it's gonna make it play at 33. So you see the song played by itself already at 33. So that's why I like the BSI. Just cut it off. That's all you gotta do is just cut it off. But if you had it on, it would be no difference. Except you'll hear an extra note because some of the high bass is gonna cut it back down to match this. And it's got a range around it. But as you can see, I still ain't broke these boys in.
They ain't broke in. And they loud.
You feel that pressure?
It's pressure.
You feel it in your ear?
For sure. It's
music. See, that's the thing about music, Javouri. When people say, man, they got stuff wired up, and they say, I'm wired to, I'm wired to 1 on rising to 3. I'm like, what you doing on a burp? You rising to 3? Because go home, hook up your multimeter, play music, hook your multimeter up and put it on the ohm setting. Just play some music and look what's happening at ohms. You're gonna see some numbers. You're like, whoa, wait a second, how's it even playing? It's saying 25, 28, 32, 115. 356 ohms. You're like, man, what the heck is going on? But it's beating though. I thought the fluctuation of music is hard. That's why I got the respect for these brands that I carry, DD and Kick It especially. Man, this man is putting this subwoofers in boxes and showing them how to do this on music. 140 dB is loud. You felt that pressure in your ear.
Yeah.
And I'm losing a lot because my ohms is rising substantially. If the box right, you still gonna get box rise. You can't mimic that. So when you hear guys say, yeah, I'm wired to 1 ohm, I'm rising to 3 or 2, first thing comes to your mind, okay, this is an SPL guy, and he's talking about burps. Because I tested what MB said, I play music, and it goes all over the place. So that's why you need so much power. But you need a box is always going to be the key to make it perform the way you want to do. In your alignment, when you get this put in that 370Z, this is his vehicle, so y'all know. This is his vehicle right here. I'm telling you right now, get you a good 1500 watt amp. What you got on there?
Now, remember I got the M2500, right?
Oh, you got the M2500?
Yeah, but
what?
I can't run 0 gauge wire in my car.
Can't fit in there.
I can't fit it in
bulky.
there.
Okay.
I got 4 gauge in there, so I'm gonna run an SS. Is it the SS 1300 or 1500?
So the SS 13 or 15 is 4 gauge wire.
Yeah. So at minimum, DD says that you can run 4 gauge.
4 gauge wire.
So I'm gonna run that, and I'm gonna wire it to 2 ohms. So I'll be getting 1100 watts at 2 ohms.
And what's gonna happen? You ain't gonna believe me. You think I'm welling. I wish you come back down here in the meter. You're gonna be way north of 135 dB. Way north.
Really?
Way north of that. On music, I'm saying them 2 6.5 in that box is gonna play in the 30s, below 35. And I don't like doing this, but because I'm using that glass, you're gonna be tickling 140, man. You might do it because of that cabin. See, that's what you gotta factor in as well. This is a large cabin.
Yeah.
That's a much smaller cabin. So you're gonna be able to pressurize easy. Like if you close that door and just let the window down, I really believe with them 2 DD 1506s, we can get a 140 out of that on that amp. What you talking about? In that alignment, in that box right there.
Supercharged.
Yes, sir.
Supercharged.
Just with the control. Just with the control. And the reason why is because the cabin's smaller. So when you see people talking about the numbers they're doing, you always got to factor in and say, what cabin was you in too? 140 in here, that's pretty impressive. This is a big cabin.
Make a cabin.
Exactly.
So
when people say, well, I'm doing a 142, I'm in the 6.5, yeah, my cabin's smaller. It's still a 140. But don't let nobody tell you no deal. Oh, yeah, it's different if it's an SUV. Boy, 140 is a 140. It is what it is, man. The frequency, the meter don't care. It's the amount of, can you pressurize that area? When you come back down there, I sure want to hear it. We're going to put that thing on the meter.
Let's do it.
I say you're going to be, you might take a 140, but I know you're going to be way north of 135. Way north of 135 in this small cabin here. It's very, very impressive. I promise you. Especially when you be talking, man, at 28, 30 hertz. I mean, what the heck you got in there?
2.6.
2.6 to have. Fat now fix it, man. Y'all be blessed, man. Later.